Greetings, fellow metal scholars. I'm Alex Tamulis. Welcome to the channel.
Seek and...
Well, Seek and Destroy has such an amazing riff. It can be played on guitar, bass, or even classical instruments. And it sounds evil, devilish, menacing, brutal, and it became one of the staple songs of the classic 80s metal. Twin lead guitars, memorable riffs, fast-paced sections, nifty solos. On top of that, it was really the lyrical message combined with the apparel and the sound that would culminate in the key elements of why this is one of the pivotal metal anthems of the 80s. We're going to break it down into categories, and category number 1 would be sound. Super memorable, features all the elements that metalheads were looking for back then. Teenage angst, rebellion, nonconformity, aggression. They are forms of catharsis and this manifestation of being, of feeling, of life. And metalheads, they present themselves to society with usually leather jackets, combat boots, studded belts, bullet belts, high top basketball shoes like blue and black jeans, denim, camouflage shorts, kute vests, adorned with, badges, pins, patches. So basically what Stranger Things did with Eddie Munson. So those three things are ever so present, and I highly recommend that you watch the 1983 Chicago show. It's live at the Metro, and it's the epitome of what classic metal has become. And Seek and Destroy, that performance there is absolutely stellar. I've talked about rebellion and aggression, and the song really delves into that realm, and mostly because Metallica didn't fit into the, let's say, Sunset Strip type of hard rock from the 80s. That was a place for hair metal, hard rock, glam stuff, and many bands were really doing great back then. And Metallica was the antithesis of that, and the best way for you to make yourself heard is to put that feeling into words, and to have that outlet of writing lyrics as your superpower. Well, we can picture this situation as a metaphorical musical battle. The thrash metalheads are scanning the scene. They're full of glam and hair metal dudes there, hard rockers, and the metalheads, they will have this hooligan mentality of starting up a fight, of like gang type of behavior. But this, in this case, it's actually musical fight. It's where the thrash metal coming from this new wave will battle this bland and calmer hard rock from the old times. And this new music is just infused with rage and rowdiness and aggression. And that's the evil feeling that James talks about. So it's nothing new. It's just part of like metalhead adolescence, teenage angst, and just rebellion. And you have no outlet because you can't really be truly heard and respected, but now you do. Now you have the stage and you have these bands that represent your feelings, and younger kids, now they have that type of music to represent the sentiment of rebellion, that, they're against that typical normal society values, the traditional core values. And the next stanza is the bridge, very memorable, singable, anthemic, running on our way hiding, you will pay dying 1,000 debts. Metaphorically, this is Metallica saying, well, the glam posers, they will perish. Here comes this new wave of thrash, really fast speed power metal, and 1,000 bands will just die, And you might be thinking, well, you're not right because this is a battle song about war and everything. But, well, that's the first layer of meaning. But it can be totally interpreted as this battlefield. But given the situation that Metallica was living back then, with LA and the music scene, I think those were the targets that they wanted to seek and destroy, because they even moved from LA to the Bay Area, obviously influenced by Cliff Burton as well, but they wanted out of that Sunset Strip scene. All right, so now we reach the chorus, and it's simple, straight to the point. It's super effective, and the gang vocals, they're great for arenas, for stages, since everyone can easily remember the song and just sing along. They just say, searching, seek and destroy. And the following stanza is a bit more generic. We can still think about this new era for metal, no escape to the end of the Sunset Strip and the glam scene. In a way, it took many years to do that, but eventually it's changed. Grunge ended up killing that whole hair metal scene. But so just say goodbye to the world, because things are forever changing. Things are, with the disruption going, you like to embrace challenges, you like to consolidate, you like to tackle the consolidated pillars of society. So you're seeking your target and destroying it by presenting a new wave of heavy metal. And the fourth stanza keeps on developing that annihilation theme, if you will. The song is actually one of the most popular in Metallica's catalog. So it's been played live thousands of times, and it became a true staple. And the conclusion is that with all these elements combined, Metallica wrote one of the most recognizable metal anthems of the 80s, cementing the key factors that come into play when one wants to write a metal tune. And this song has influenced countless sectors of society, such as athletes, actors, movies, campaigns, people in general, you name it. And we're just trying to vent our anger or our angst against an enemy or a sector of society that's actually very therapeutic. And, one can truly feel a positive energy trying to really rebel against things that are out of their control. And that's it for me. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe if you can. Please let me know what you think about this song, and I'll see you next time. Music is what music does. Bye now.